I want to talk about prompt engineering. It will make or break the quality of information and the quality of tasks, as well as the complexity of tasks that you can use in your work with any LLM. Let me demonstrate how I go about putting together a very detailed prompt, which has really been a game changer for me. These days, I am working, as you probably know already, in Claude, and I'll show you how I do this. Here I am in the Claude chat. Within Claude chat, it has obviously a list of all my chats, but it has projects. If I look at all of my projects, there's one called prompt generator. The prompt generator has what I call a meta prompt. Now, I took this from somebody on the internet. In fact, I'll put a link below so that you can see the meta prompt and credit the correct person for this. This is a template, if you will, and you can't read it because it's in markup language. Well, you can read it, but it's not necessarily formatted for the human eye. It is formatted for Claude. So this is the template. It's like, this is the template that I want you to follow when creating a prompt. So every single prompt that I create within the prompt generator. So let me go back into that prompt generator. These are the prompts that I've created so far. Now, I've created a lot of prompts using this on another LLM. These are the ones that I've created through Claude. The most interesting one that I've done recently is a competitive analysis framework. I'm working with the CEO of a large professional services firm, and we are going to be doing some competitive analysis together. In fact, we've already started on that. So I wanted to create a prompt that I could use not only for this client, but also other clients, because I'm doing more and more of this work around strategy and competitive analysis. So I said I need to create a prompt using the meta prompt. The meta prompt is in the instructions, as I showed you for this project. I'm in the prompt generator project. I need to create a prompt using the meta prompt with the instructions, to have you perform an in-depth competitive analysis. Now here's the key. You have to give it a best practice framework. So meta prompt plus best practice framework equals a prompt to do the thing that you want to do. Meta prompt best practice equals the prompt to do the thing that you want to do. So what framework would you suggest? I wanted its advice on different competitive analysis frameworks. So that's the first question that I asked it. And then how would you create a reusable prompt using the meta prompt to do this? So here's the full breakdown. It would recommend Porter's 5 forces. I was really happy with that because that's the one that I wanted to use anyway. I'd used that when I was in my MIT AI for Strategy and Business course last year, two years ago now, and I really like it. So it recommended Porter's 5 forces. That's excellent. And then it created the prompt. I looked through the prompt. This is the prompt that it created for me. I looked through it and I wanted to tweak it a little bit. Back and forth, and then it asked me questions, which I love about Claude. Before doing anything, most of the time, I'd say about 95% of the time, will ask you clarifying questions. So it asked me 5 questions. I answered those 5 questions, and it created my set of instructions. And that's the output format that it has told it. So it said, do you want to test it now? No, I don't want to test it in my prompt generator project. I actually want to test it in my competitive analysis project. So this is where I put the instructions for the competitive analysis project. So you can see the instructions on the competitive analysis project. This is the set of instructions that my prompt generator project created. So meta prompt, which doesn't change, it is the same prompt, and again I'll put the links in the comments box. Meta prompt plus best practice, in this case it was the Porter's strategic analysis, competitive analysis model equals the prompt for doing the thing that you want to do. I now can use this prompt over and over and over again. And that's how I do prompt engineering these days. And the quality of not only the research, but also the tasks that I have it do, the various client engagements that I have, it has just taken it to the next level. So give it a try and let me know how you go.